Welcome to r/Choosingbeggars, where a Karen is looking for preteen slave labor. Posted to Facebook. In search of a preteen willing to come to my house and teach my 5, 6, and 7-year-old. I work out of my home, and I feel they do well when they stay in a routine throughout the summer, and it helps with keeping them tame in order for me to work. I'm thinking somewhere around $50 per week to come from about 9 to 3. In the past, we've done an hour of reading and writing, an hour of math, and an hour of science. Also recess, lunch, and free time. If you have a preteen who might want to take on the challenge, shoot me a message. And in the Facebook comments, this Karen is getting absolutely roasted. You want a preteen to help teach and watch 3 kids 6 hours a day and only make $50 a week? That's a huge ask of a young person who has their own summertime as well. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Hello? Hopefully she reads this and corrects the errors. I'm open to anyone. I'm struggling to keep a business above water and money coming in. I just thought that I'd start somewhere. And I wasn't really clear either. I was thinking like 2 or 3 days a week, not the whole week. You want to pay someone underage $1.67 per hour to drive to your house and teach your kids? That's actually not accurate because a preteen can't even drive. Preteen is what, like 11? Yeah, 11, man. An 11-year-old can't drive a car. They have to, I guess, take the bus to this job? Look, raising kids goes along with having kids. It's not wise to put them in the care of a preteen. Discipline goes a long way in helping children understand what's expected of them while you're working from home. Girl, no one's going to allow their child to be used like that. You want a babysitter-tutor combo for how much? You know, honestly, the really tragic thing about this is that despite the fact that this lady is super delusional, somewhere out there's another entitled Karen with like a 12-year-old girl who's thrilled at the opportunity to drop her 12-year-old off at someone else's house for basically free babysitting and then just pocket the $50 herself that week. And actually, we have a similar story down in the comments from Pineapples and Puppies. My mom would have absolutely done this when I was 11 or 12. Actually, when I was 11, my mom decided to homeschool me and my 3 younger siblings. But she worked full-time away from the house, and she left me home in charge of everything. For 2 years, we barely did any schoolwork, and she forged our report cards. At that time, there was very little regulation around homeschooling. When we returned to school, we weren't behind only because we had been ahead of our peers prior to her pulling us out. On this next post, OP is selling an Xbox controller for $10. Is it still available? Yes, it's still available. Would you give it away? Yeah, I can give it away for $10. That's not giving it away. No, sorry, but I can lower it by 50 cents if you want. How? It's not that hard. All I have to do is ask for $9.50 instead of $10 if you're interested. No. Did this guy just ask how math works? Obviously, there must be something wrong with me, or I'm just utterly worthless to others because anytime I try to ask for help when I genuinely need it, I rarely, if ever, actually have someone who cares enough to reach out and help me. Yet, I see others on here who literally ask for money every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, and have people just literally keep helping them? I don't get it, but usually these people are far more attractive than I am, so I guess maybe that's why. I'm just ready to give up, man. Then down in the comments, OP gets these responses. Do you have a job? Everyone is hiring. Try that. Asking for money on Facebook will get you nowhere. Oh yeah, 'cause it's so easy to go out and get a job with imaginary gas in the tank and living in an area where the closest job is a 30-minute drive either way on the highway. You completely missed the point that I was trying to make, shaking my head. I don't ever see you guys, but when it's to try to put someone down, poof, here you are. How about ask me some questions before you post your assumptions on here for everyone to see? I have an hour commute one way to and from work every day. I live in a rural area too. What does that have to do with what I said though? I said that I can't simply just get a job when I'm stranded at home with no gas and nobody to help with gas. I can't just drive around with air in my gas tank, right? I have to be able to get to interviews just to be able to start a job. And then if I do get one, I then have to worry about making sure I'm able to get to and from that job every shift until my first check. Well, duh, dude. Have you tried being more attractive? And down in the comments, we have this story from Highlander. My sister-in-law is a moron. My sister-in-law keeps sharing GoFundMes from her friends. So the first one, this couple was getting married, right? And the night before they had to go pay all their deposits for the venue, DJ, etc., their car got broken into. And they allegedly had all their deposits in the car in cash, and it was all stolen. So, okay, you were an idiot and you had tough luck. But like 3 weeks later, it apparently happened again. They had the deposit money together again, left it in their car, and their car got broken into. I mean, I was pretty sure they were lying their butts off the first time, but now it's confirmed. Even if they did get robbed twice, they don't deserve any money because of their stupidity. Who just leaves thousands of dollars in cash in their car overnight outside? On this next post, this choosing beggar is begging random people on the internet to buy her a scrub daddy. No, you can't sanitize sponges. Also, buy me a scrub daddy. I want one, but I don't have the money to afford such an expensive sponge, so buy me one. The F? You expect some random person to buy you one? Can you buy me one, please? No, what the F? Are you a student, or why can't you buy me one? If you can't even buy something for $6, you're gonna have a difficult life. Bro, I can obviously buy it. If you're begging for a $6 sponge on the internet, you're gonna have a difficult life. Dude, sometimes I would ask people inside a club for like $1 or $2 for smokes, and they would instantly give me $5. Or one time I needed a train ticket and my card didn't work, and a woman gave me $28 without me even asking her for it. Do you know how many times that I bought games for random people on Twitch? About 60 to 70 games. Do you know how many times I donated money to people? Do you know how many times I subscribed for $5.95 a month to people? I literally don't even know the answer myself. It could be 1,000 times. It could be over 2,000 times. Do you know how many times I buy stuff for other people? In fact, last time was less than 24 hours ago when I visited the rehab center. I finished my 3 months rehab 2 weeks ago, and yes, I was an alcoholic. I could easily order those sponges right now. In my wallet right now, I have $360 and some spare change. I say that because people who don't have money in their wallets usually don't have money in their bank account. How much money do you have in your wallet right now without setting it up beforehand? That's crazy, dude. Didn't ask though. And didn't you say that you don't have enough money to afford such an expensive sponge? Nice contradiction. Yes, because I would need to be a millionaire to not care about a $6 sponge. I'd rather give the money away to homeless people. Now, are you gonna buy me a Scrub Daddy sponge or not? What's the deal here? Do you want a 60 days Game Pass Ultimate Key? I bought 2 of them for just $3. No, I don't want anything from you, and I won't give you anything. Okay, deal, but I don't like your attitude, dude. This next post is posted to Facebook in the World of Multi-Fandom group. Hi, I'm Choosing Beggar. I'm here to inform you that I need someone to sponsor me going to South Korea. Like, it's so boring and so cheap here in the Philippines, and I want to go to South Korea to spend my time. I need money to make that happen. You can PM me if you're interested. If you won't give me money, then leave the fandom of being a K-pop stan because selfish people don't belong in here. Oh well, that's all for now. I'll be waiting until midnight. Please don't make me wait too long. You know, honestly, it's not a bad idea. Maybe we should all pool our money and send her to Korea. You know, North Korea. On this next post, OP's neighbor keeps asking for more money. By any chance, do you have $10 I can borrow until next Wednesday? I'll pay you back $15. Yeah, sure. I can send it over. What's your email? And just pay back $10. Can you send the money to my friend, blank? He needs the money for gas for work, and he wants to know if you can do $20 to make sure that he has enough until I get paid next week. Thank you. Can you let me know when you sent it so I can message him and let him know? Okay, I sent $20. It says that he has auto deposit, so it should go through soon. Okay, I'll let him know. Thank you. And he wanted me to ask you for $30 because his car's a gas guzzler, but I didn't know if you could send that much. Down in the comments, we have this post from Booyah Moon Baby Love. I had a friend who I hadn't seen in months recently hit me up asking if we could hang out. This was all done via Facebook Messenger through the Facebook profile of some guy I'd never met. This guy was her new boyfriend, and they both wanted to come to my house. She expected me to not only let a stranger in, but to sit alone with him while she took a shower in my house with all my stuff and wanted me to give her gas money. I was essentially expected to pay her to come over and use my facilities, sit with a stranger alone, and just assume that this was all cool. I called her out on everything, and then she decided that it was too far to drive here. OP, sounds like you were about to get robbed. Posted to Facebook. We need someone to clean up the goose droppings at our private lakefront park. We'll pay $10 for each cleaning, and we would like it done twice a week. In addition to the pay, you can access our park, which has a 200 pier for fishing, a boat ramp, picnic tables, a horseshoe pit, and playground facilities. Please contact me at blank. Yo, these people have a private lakefront park with a 200-foot pier with a boat ramp, and they can only afford $10? Not even $10 an hour, just flat $10 to pick up literal feces. And like, they're offering up their boat ramp? Dude. Anyone who has a boat that they can put in the water isn't going to be picking up goose turds for $10. Our next Reddit post is from Baby. Yesterday, I was grabbing Dunkin' Donuts, and as I was walking to my car, a guy told me that he was starving and he needed money for food. I offered him one of the breakfast wraps that I bought since I didn't have any cash. And he demanded that I go across the street to get cash back or to Venmo him. He got really upset when I said no. And beneath that, we have a similar story from Cirque Fan. A dude accosts me in Atlanta. Hey, I just need subway fare. Can you help me out? I always had public transportation tokens, so I handed him one. Good for a trip anywhere in Atlanta via subway and bus. This dude looks at it, throws it on the ground, and it bounces out of sight, of course, says, F you to me, and walks away. And another story from Inner Cheesecake. A lady once gave me a sob story about how she just needed a train ticket to get out of town back to her mother so she could leave an abusive situation. I listened, and of course I had my doubts, but I figured if it was true, I would want to help. Rather than give her the spare change that I had on me, I said that I would walk her to the train station and buy her fare. It was around $30. As we walked, she kept saying, "You really don't have to walk all the way there with me." Or, "You don't have to pay for the whole thing." And I kept reassuring her that I didn't mind, and I wanted to help her out in her situation. When we were across the street from the train station, she said, "Thanks anyways," and bolted. Then we have yet another story from Murden86. Where I live, they just want cash. A few years ago, I saw a guy with a "hungry, anything helps" sign. Me and a coworker were going to eat. The ladies in front of us bought an extra meal. As we were leaving, we were behind them at the stoplight, and they gave the meal to the guy. He took their meal, set it on the ground next to him where he already had a Subway sandwich still bagged up, and continued to ask for money. Same town, same location, but different day and different guy. I go to the liquor store near that intersection. In that store is a guy that I've seen on the corner the last few days. He's filling his bag with as many cans of beer as he can buy with the cash that he collected throughout the day. The cashier said that he's been in every day for about a week. He gets enough cash to buy beer, buys the beer, and then goes and drinks them all. My partner and I are going to Thailand for 6 weeks from blank to blank, and we're looking for a family member, friend of a friend, or a local to stay in our little house and look after our cat. It costs $250 per week and includes electricity and internet. Our home is a warm, one-bedroom flat in blank, close to town, private, with lots of trees, sunsets, and views of blank. It would suit a single person or a couple. Our cat is super low maintenance. A couple of scoops of food in the morning, fresh water, and he's fine. He comes and goes as he pleases. He'll be super scared of you for the first week, then you'll get epic cuddles every night. So if you or anyone you know would like 6 ultra chill weeks in a sleepy beach town this winter, get in touch. I'm happy to send photos of the flat to whoever's interested. PM me. You know, the really ironic thing about this is instead of spending $1,500 to watch these people's cat, you could just spend $1,500 to go to Thailand. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad deal if the Choosing Beggar was paying for the cat sitting, but they expect to be paid to cat sit? Nah, how about I keep my money and go on my own vacation? That was r/Choosingbeggars, and if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.